Guys, Ferg 1982 here. Is going to be a breakdown of all the NFL free agents 2016. If you don't know, now you know. Today is the first day the tampering don't talk to me but talk to me and we'll sign on Wednesday. Free agency doesn't open till tomorrow at 4 p.m. blah 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 blah. Anyway, this is just going to be breakdown of the top free agents. There'll be a lot of them. It might be a little longer. I have my PlayStation 4 controller in my hand. That is for because I have the internet browser up behind me so I can look and I can see. And I'm sorry if I go like this and I go back down like this. But Giants fan. So I want to address the Giants news first. Mario Williams. What's the other guy's name? Let me look at my phone. The defensive end from Johnson from Carolina. That's who it was. And let's see. They have Oliver Vernon from Miami, but he's going to be a conditional pick because whatever the Giants or whomever offer him as a contract, the Dolphins have the right to match that. So that would be good. He's young, though, so I would prefer that the Giants went with Oliver Vernon. That would be pretty good with me. Mario Williams, he'd be good. He's a veteran. He's 31, though, so he's a little older. And there was a report saying that if he was offered $10 million a year, he would sign with whatever team offered him $10 million a year. Giants have 57, probably it'll be 60-something after they renegotiate the Victor Cruz deal. I wouldn't necessarily go with them. I mean, I think he might be $5 or $6 million a year. If they could get him down to that, that would be fantastic. But they need defensive end help. But let me get through this. Malik Jackson, defensive lineman for the Broncos. He's a free agent. Now, with Peyton Manning retiring, it frees up $19 million. So as much as I would like to see him come to my Giants, I don't think it's going to happen. They just franchise tagged Von Miller. They have Brock Osweiler, Malik Jackson. So I think with the $19 million, they can re-sign them both. And that was the next one with Brock Osweiler. He's going to end up with the Broncos. I think, what the hell's his name? Malik Jackson, he'll end up back with the Broncos too. Kalichi Osemele, offensive guard, he for the Ravens. The Ravens, it's such a quandary. They just re-signed, or not re-signed. They extended a deal for Joe Flacco for 3 years, I believe. So Kalichi, he's a good offensive guard. And I think with them re-signing or renegotiating Flacco's deal, that he'll probably end up back with the Ravens. Look, in NFL history, there hasn't been, from year to year, there's not like an explosive, unless like Terrell Owens signs with one team and says, "Oh, I want to go to Philly." Terrell Owens. Usually, they stay with the team that they've been with, unless there's the New York Giants and decide that Linval Joseph is a good enough defensive tackle that he goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Anyway, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he was a good substitute for the Jets, but they're just so far apart. He would be back. He would be good with the Jets. But they have to agree on a deal. JPP, New York Giants. I think he'll be back to the Giants. They'll do like a prove it to me contract. He said he wants to stay with the Giants. I think he'll stick with the Giants. The Giants it's going to be over $60 million cap space. Now, I don't think that they're going to. I would like for them to go out and get a lot of pieces that they need. But we'll see what happens there. North Jenkins, cornerback. He played for the Rams. Everybody that I see has said the best fit is Jaguars, just because the Jaguars have an insane amount of cap space, and they need like every freaking position in the National Football League. As a Giants fan, I would love to get Janoris Jenkins. They need some. They have a Kamara and they have DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. But I've heard some rumors that Kamara may not stick with the Giants. So I would like to see Jenkins. He's an athletic corner. We have Damon Harris, nose tackle for the Jets. I could see him. It says Bills. I could see him going to the Bills, going and following Rex Ryan. I'm not sure exactly what the Jets' cap space is, but I could actually see that. But if he does that, it's gonna be bad because it's fucking Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan's stupid. He had a couple good seasons with the Jets. He hasn't done anything. He needs to go back to being a coordinator. George Arloka, safety, Bengals. He'll probably stick with the Bengals. Again, as a Giants fan, I would love for him to go there, to be a New York Giant. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he'll re-sign with the Bengals. Giants had an awful. Landon Collins, rookie season last year, he didn't do too bad, but the other safety side, they struggled. Merriweather was out and in and blah, blah. It was just bad. I like this next one. Sean Smith, cornerback, Kansas City Chiefs. He's 6'4", 214. So he'd be a good complement to DRC on the other side. And they say the best fit for him is the Giants, and the Giants can afford him. If the Giants could bring down Sean Smith, see, here's something that they could possibly do. If they re-signed Kamara and could sign Sean Smith, you put Sean Smith, DRC, and then you move Kamara back to the short safety position. I like that a lot. Oliver Vernon, I've already talked about him. I like the Giants to get him just because he's a younger defensive end. Alex Mack, he voided his last 3 years for the contract with the Browns. Smart. They say the Colts. I agree. Russell Okung, wow, that left tackle from the Seahawks. That would be good. The Seahawks, they have so many people with Irvin, Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner on that defensive line. You kind of would think that the Hawks would want to keep him, but if they can't get a deal done, it says the Raiders, and I can see that happening. Wow. Ooh, I like this next one. Actually, no, I don't like it now. Eric Weddle. He's 31 years old, and it's saying the best fit is Cowboys, but I could see him going to more of a team like the Patriots or the Carolina Panthers, because he's 31 years old. He probably has, as a safety, 3 years left in him, and he wants to win. He wants the ring. So it says the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are just a mess waiting to happen. Marvin Jones, wide receiver. It says the best fit Browns. He was with the Bengals last year. I don't think he'll go to the Browns. It's just you can't do that. He won't go from the Bengals to the Browns. I don't know why the Bengals wouldn't. Yeah, so I could just see Marvin Jones not. I've heard rumblings about him being a fit for the Giants and the other side, ODB. But if you have too many number one receivers, and if Cruz comes back healthy, I see him going back to the Bengals. They say the Browns, but I say the Bengals. Bruce Irvin again. He's only 28 years old. He's got range. He can cover the middle of the field. He can cover that tight end coming out. My Lord, that's my a wet dream as a Giants fan. It's not gonna happen. It's just a lot of money. Now, Danny Trevathan, He's an inside linebacker for the Broncos. He was a backup behind Brandon Marshall. They say Bears, but I could see him go to the Giants. The Giants need a good linebacker, and he's a good young linebacker. So he's another possibility. This is interesting. Jay Howard, defensive end for the Chiefs. He doesn't match the Giants. What they go for? They go for the athletic Umanura. They go for the Tux. They go for the Pierre Paul. They go for the Ayers. For years, they've always gone after that. The Strahan, he was athletic. He's a bigger guy. He's more of a defensive tackle than a defensive end, in my opinion. Doug Martin, he'll probably go with the Texans. It says Texans, and I agree. They got rid of Forte for a reason, and I think Doug Martin is that reason. Casey Hayward. Wow. Played for the Packers last year. They say him going to the Bears. I don't like the whole going back and forth within a division. It happens more often than not nowadays. I'm not sure where he... Oh, Tamba Ali. Another outside linebacker. He's a little old, but he can play outside linebacker and he can play defensive end because right now he's in a 3-4 scheme. He's 32 years old. So, it says best fit Raiders. Wow, if you were to go with the Raiders with Khalil Mack on the other side, that would be interesting. Wow, look out for that one. Tamba Ali is a good outside linebacker. Donald Penn, left tackle. So that's... See, they just have... Donald Penn is a left tackle, and then you have Russell Okung earlier. Russell Okung is the left tackle for the Seahawks. They just have him swapped out. I don't think so. I think Donald Penn will get re-signed to the Raiders, and Okung will be re-signed to the Chiefs. Seahawks, Raiders, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, what else do we got here? Robert Ayers, defensive end. I think he'll go back to the Giants. This is best fit Falcons. But he knows another year with Spagnuolo. I think he'll be good. If they get the right pieces, middle linebacker, safety, defensive end. If they can just shore up, they need really good. I say that they need to make 5 big moves in free agency and then draft really smart, which they just don't seem to do. Reggie Nelson, safety, Bengals. He's 33. Yeah, he'll probably go with the Raiders. The Raiders like going with the older guys, and with Woodson retiring, he's a good safety, but at 33, he has maybe a year or 2 left. Jarrell Freeman, good young inside linebacker. I would say that he would be a good fit for the G-Men. He has a lot of range, and he can get to the ball really fast. So, yeah, that would be a really big pickup. Now, the Giants got rid of, what the heck is his name? Will Beatty, left tackle. And you're going to have, man, what the heck? Who did they sign last year? Oh, man. I'll put it down in the description. I forget who they signed. So he'll be, Tayshaun Gibson. I'm jumping around. He was a safety for the Titans last year. I know for a fact he is a fantastic... He had a down year last year, but he played for the fucking Browns. Giants, sign him. Sign Tayshaun Gibson. Prince Mukamara, cornerback. G-Men. I think he's injured more often than not. The best fit would be Panthers, it says. And if you want to go to the Panthers, that's fine. But I think he'd play a nickel back there. He's not a 1 or 2 cornerback, in my opinion. Rolando McClain, he'll end up back with the Cowboys. He's always been a mess, and he'll continue being a mess. He's good, but he'll be back with the Cowboys. Oh, Steven Wisniewski. He'll stick with the Jags. The Jags have enough money. Junior Gillette, defensive end. Played for the Redskins last year. The Giants are always ones for going into their own division to get people. So don't be surprised if you see him going to the G-Men. But he did have a torn Achilles. Giants have enough injuries. Nick Fairley, defensive tackle, best fit Giants. Yes. He was drafted by the Lions, and he was with Sue for a while. Number 13 for the Lions. Best fit Giants, that would be good. I really like that. That would be a good pickup for the G-Men. Hussein Abdullah, he's a little older. I'd say he's about 30 right now, so he'll probably... I could see him sticking with the Chiefs. If not the Chiefs, it could be the Steelers or the Patriots. Alex Boone, offensive guard for the 49ers. He'll be back with the Niners. What are you doing? Brandon Boykin, Steelers. He'll be, either if it's not the Steelers, I could see him going to the Ravens. Or he might go to the Seahawks. I could see him talking to the Seahawks just because since Brandon Browner left for the Seahawks, they've had Richard Sherman, and then they have their stud safeties. But then aside from that, who else do they have? Haloti Nada, he's old. He played for the Lions last year. I think he'll play for the Lions again this year. Antonio Gates, he's old. He'll stick with the Chargers. He'll retire a Charger. Coming down, I really don't. Wow. Travis Benjamin, wide receiver. He played for the Browns last year. That'd be interesting for the Giants if Victor Cruz isn't healthy. That would be a really good pick for the G-Men. Anquan Bolden. You know what? It says Patriots, and I can see him going to the Patriots. He played for the Niners last year. He's just getting up in age, and at this point in his life, he wants to get a ring. So I can see him going to the Patriots. If not the Patriots, he'd stick with the 49ers. Charles Johnson, like I said, he's already visited the Giants, and it said that it went well. So we'll see. He's a good physical defensive end. They need somebody for defensive end, so that would be cool if they got him. Arian Foster. It says I'm going to the Broncos. They have C.J. Anderson. I don't think he'll go to the Broncos. If anything, I could see him going to the Patriots or the Panthers, because the Panthers need a little help there. But he's injured so much with ACLs and MCLs. Let's see. Chase Daniel. Ooh, Kobe Fleener, tight end. He'll stick with the Colts. 4 years ago, I wanted him to go to the Giants, but he'll stick with the Colts. Andrew Luck needs that inside guy, just like Peyton when he had him. He had Clark, and he had I forget the other guy's name. Derek Johnson, inside linebacker for the Chiefs. He'll stick with the Chiefs. He's 33 years old. What else do we got here? Courtney Upshaw, outside linebacker. He's with the Ravens. He doesn't have a lot of range. He plays better at an end than he does at outside linebacker. Rashad Johnson, 30 years old. Man, that defense in Arizona is so good, though. I say he'll stick with Arizona. Chris Long, the Rams released him. And with Nate Allen just retiring, I could see him being a really good pick for the Panthers. So, see him going to the Panthers because Allen had really good luck in Carolina. So, I would like to see Chris Long go there. He deserved it. He played with the crappy Rams for too long. Tyvon Branch. Chargers, they say, and I agree with the Chargers. He's 29 years old. He has about 4 or 5 years left in him, and Tyvon Branch is a good safety. Let's see, who else we got here? Nobody really. Jared Cook, tight end for the Rams. You know what? It says Chargers, and I could see that. He's 29, but still. Well, what's Antonio Gates? 34 years old? So, As a Giants fan, I'll go to him. Will Beatty, offensive tackle. It says to go to the Panthers. Fine, go to the Panthers. He's just going to be hurt. He'll never play for you. And the last one they have on here is a safety. Isa Abdul-Qudus. He's only 27. He's more of a free safety though, because he can help with the run a little better. So it says he was on the Lions last year, best fit Lions. But I'd switch him over to a free safety. So that's just a real brief of what's going on with free agency this year. If you agree, disagree, comment below. Subscribe for more content. I'll be putting out more videos. The NFL season going. NFL season is always going, it seems now, with free agency and draft. Just comment below and let me know what you think, where you'd like to see some of these players, what team that you like, and what team you like, and who you would like to see to come to that team. Subscribe for more content, and thank you again for watching, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for watching that whole video. If it was painful, or if you really liked it, subscribe down for more content. If you really liked what you saw, leave me a comment. That'd be great. If you really hated what you saw, leave me a comment. That'd be great. But thanks again for watching everything. Have a good day, guys.